A very good morning to all of you from mid-state New York on the Finger Lakes here, the vacation resort wonderland of the great state of New York. And I hope your June 29th Saturday is off to a great start. Well, I had a stop that I needed to make at a YouTube subscriber's name's Tim. He lives up on the Finger Lakes here in the New York region. And I'll tell you, I was treated with incredible hospitality by them. Went out of their way to show me around a little bit last night. Didn't want any cameras, didn't want any voices. Just opened up their home to me. Tim and his lovely wife, Debbie, up there, Tim and Debbie, they opened up their home to me and had a great cookout and barbecue last night. Really appreciative of that. As I always told you guys before, one of the greatest joys of being on this channel is being able to meet people along the way. And I don't care if people, oh, Rosie, you always have to put everything on video. No, I don't. No, I don't. You know, when I stop and people say, hey, Rosie, this is just for you. This is not for the rest of YouTube, right? So put the camera down. Oh my God, you know, what are you going to do it anyway? But let's have a good time. And we sure had a good time. You know, you don't really appreciate the wonder of New York State. I mean, when you tell people New York, the first thing that flashes into their mind is New York City. But New York City is such a tiny geographical part of what's an incredible region, the incredible state here of New York. You have a vibrant and huge wine industry. The champagnes of New York are renowned. You have all the former Olympic sites of Lake Placid to go and explore, see people doing the ski jumping. You have all the lakes regions, the Adirondack Mountains. So many people camp around here. Camping is a really big thing. It's not RVing, it's all about the camping and the fun that people have in the outdoors. Why? Because their season is very small. Their summer really begins like in mid-June and probably wraps up in September. So you have, you know, basically half of June, July, and August, and then by the time September comes, gets kind of cold and you can have your first snows, believe it or not. And this region gets dumped on with snow because of the Great Lakes to the west of them. You know, cold air blows across, picks up the moisture, and just it's like a machine. Just it's almost like in the west at the Sierras, the way the Pineapple Express coming out of Hawaii just dumps volumes of just continuous rain day after day in huge quantities on the west coast and on the Sierra Mountains. No Tim Hortons around. That's the real bad news today. I cannot start my day the Canadian way, but it is about 9 a.m. in the morning. I'm heading out. Thank you for those of you who commented and watched the Lockport, New York. Amazing to see how they raised a boat up the equivalent of the height of Niagara Falls to make it from one lake level to another. It's very amazing. Early 1800s technology. Just astounding to see that, to see the craftsmanship, to see those huge wooden doors that they built to accommodate and close those locks. It's just astounding to me, that technology. Also, please make sure that you have seen the 2 set-piece videos on Niagara Falls, out on the boat beneath the roaring falls by boat, and also the one on Niagara Falls, a cinematic experience. So I am now putting it in gear. I have about a 6-hour drive down to Baltimore. As I say, there will be some set video content uploaded, but for the next, for today and tomorrow, it's all about my dad. All right, listen, you guys have a wonderful Saturday. And thanks as usual for being along from Central New York. Love you guys. Woo.